Hi, let's go live with our special envoy in Venezuela, Yunus, who is at the Miraflores Palace, surrounded by a massive concentration of people who gathered in the capital to support President-elect Nicolas Maduro. Hi, Yunus. What are the latest updates at the moment, and how is the atmosphere in the capital at this hour?
Hello, good afternoon. I hope you can hear me. I can barely hear you because here's the crowd of thousands of people, plus the music that you hear in the background. We are in the front of the presidential palace, the Miraflores Palace. Thousands of people have gathered here to celebrate again the victory of Nicolas Maduro, despite an incredible rain that lasted here in Caracas for an hour or so. Like everyone's got wet to the last drop of her body, but they stood there and now they are here at the presidential palace. And let's ask them how they feel. ¿Cómo te sientes? ¿Cómo te llamas?
I'm very happy. I'm very happy of being here, demonstrating to the people of Venezuela that we have peace, and we have the guarantee that these people is very happy. We are tranquil, we are calm, we are in peace to have won a clean elections without any fraud, with the quantity of votes that we took ourselves, the chief of the streets, the OBC, the communities, the social movements, the political parties, everybody in unity, in only one voice.
¿Cómo ves el camino de Venezuela en adelante?
How do you see the path of Venezuela from now on? What do you expect? Well, it's not new. It has to be the same president. It's the same president, but we just elected him because he guaranteed peace to us, because he guaranteed the unity, because he also guarantees a better future. With the person of the opposition, we don't want anything with the opposition. We don't want anything really with people they don't want Venezuela. What they used yesterday, they used our youth of fodder, and they keep calling for violence, and we don't want that. Violence zero. Everything with Nicolas.
So we hear that she says she has voted for peace, and peace is there, tranquility is there, stability is there. So that's the path ahead of Venezuela, says our interview partner. Let's ask another person, please. Su nombre, por favor.
Your name, please. I'm a young Venezuelan here, supporting the democracy, supporting the people, and on the 28th of July came out to defend his democracy and his sovereignty, because the people is conscious, and because we cannot believe in those false positives that is on their social network. The reality of Venezuela is another. The reality in our homeland is different from what they want to show in all the media of the world. We invite you to come and see the televisions, the true television, the television that are showing really what is happening in our country. In our country, we are breathing peace, and we don't want to go back, because we have lived very difficult problems because of the Guarimba. We lived very difficult situation, and today the people of Venezuela realize that we don't want any more Guarimba. We want peace. We are in the streets now. I just toured a great part of Caracas, where they are showing that there's a different disturbances, and the reality is another one. I saw a people that have understood that the country is forward. The country is on the street. The people realize that President Maduro won as he should. And secondly, because the Venezuelan people at the present time, thanks to our president, is not passing any needs. We are a people who is here thanks to our president. He's stable. We have already our products, the salaries are much better. Venezuela today produces 96% of what we eat in our country, and this is thanks to Nicolas Maduro. And that's why we form as communist young people. They're trying to give a false information, and a political party, a communist party that is supporting Maduro. The communists, we have come out at the national level to tell to the world that the communists in all our country, 93 states of this and the district capital, we are supporting Maduro, and we're not going to allow that no imperialist government comes here, because above all, President Maduro is anti-imperialist, is a man of people, is a worker, and we have seen as the day he has guaranteed people, and that's what Venezuela wants: more peace, and to keep growing. And as he said, we're going upward.
There, as you see, but here's an applause for our translator. This is a really hard job translating simultaneously. And as you see, people are very excited. They are very optimistic. And the last person we interviewed made a great emphasis on the effect of social media. He criticized that social media is provoking hatred here. And he emphasized that Venezuela will never again allow any imperialist domination of the country. So excited feelings here in the presidential palace. People are expecting the arrival of President Nicolas Maduro, which they have not yet confirmed, but it's possible. So we will be here also waiting for you, for the president, and report from here for teleSUR English.
Thank you, Yunus, for all the information you bring to us in first hand from the capital, Caracas. We will keep in contact. And we were listening to our special envoy in Venezuela, Yunus, who is at the Miraflores Palace, surrounded by a massive concentration of people. And in this context, we stay in Caracas. Let's see now more details of the mobilization that is taking place in the capital with other special envoy, Brian Mier. Hi, Brian.
I'm in the neighborhood of Catia, on the periphery of Caracas, Venezuela, on Sucre Plaza, where thousands of people have come out to show their support for Nicolas Maduro and show their respect for the democratic rule of law and the National Electoral Council, which declared Nicolas Maduro winner of the 2024 presidential elections around midnight on Sunday night. Since then, small groups of Maria Corina Machado backed far-right demonstrators and vandals have committed acts of violence across the country of Venezuela. They burnt down a public school, they burnt community gardens, they burnt a community center, they've been ripping down Maduro flags, lighting cars on fire, and also followed around by an army of right-wing streamers and social media activists staging these events to try and give an impression that the majority of the Venezuelan people are against Nicolas Maduro and don't accept the results of the election. We know that the far right has been financed by the U.S. government. There's a kind of attempted color revolution or coup underway. But today, the head of the armed forces said that they're doing their best to keep the peace, and it looks like in many places across the country, those acts of vandalism are diminishing. Meanwhile, the opposition has staged a protest in downtown Caracas, but all across the city, protests like this are happening in the neighborhoods as thousands of people come out in support of the government and the democratic rule of law.
Thank you, Brian, for all the information as well. We were listening to our special envoy in Venezuela, Brian Mier, with the latest information on the march called by the government of Venezuela to celebrate victory, preserve peace, and face the wave of destabilizations that the far-right wing is imposing. This is all for the moment. Stay tuned with From the South.